obviously it hurts. Our guys were ready to play. We played at the magical level. Nigel had one of those magical games. Markquis was really effective. We thought we could. They struggle. They're great at scouting, but we thought if we just played basketball and made them, get in ball screens and kept the ball moving, you could have some success. And we shot unbelievable first half. But we guarded them pretty well, and you hold them to 34, which gives you a chance. But the second half, they pounded us on the glass. I mean, it's pretty simple. They just kept coming at us. They were determined. And then, we had some chances. We had some open looks. We had some things go against us, but no excuses. They're a really good team, one of the best in the country. I think we're a good team. We let a great opportunity slip by. And, special game, as I said, for Nigel, special game for Obaji. He gets the game winner. But we gave him too many easy ones, too many, the 19 second chance points, 18 offensive rebounds, 40 points in the paint. That's the big difference maker. We just needed somebody else in the second half to step up. Mike and Mark were really huge. That's why we, beat Texas. Selton had some opportunities. And then our big guys just, we got to get a little more out of them. So it's a great crowd, disappointing. But long season to go. They got to keep believing, keep working. And we got to go to Baylor. We got another tough one. See what we can do on Tuesday.
Coach, at the end of his, or any of the three of you, at the end of his remarks, Coach Self said that you guys deserve to win. Can you take any solace in that? Can you build from that?
I mean, like I said, I think we're a good team. We just didn't make the plays when we had to. So, we got everyone together. We've competed with the best teams. We've beaten some of the better teams. Now we just let an opportunity slip by because we played really good basketball. And I just told the coaches we're disappointed. We're mad. I hope they are. Now they got to come back. We've talked all along, take ownership of the team, hold each other accountable. Some of the guys that didn't play well, they got to step up and give us a little more.
Nigel, you want to comment on that?
I mean, we really don't want any moral victories. I mean, Coach can say, we deserved it, but obviously the time showed and the score showed we obviously didn't deserve to win. I mean, we came out second half and we played around too much. I mean, we weren't physical. We weren't men in there like we were the first half. We gave up too many offensive rebounds, and that was the game changer right there. We stopped all their actions. We played really good defense, and then they got 2 to 3, 4 shots in one possession, and it's hard to beat a team when you get that many opportunities at it. So,
Nigel, what was it like to shoot the ball like you did today?
Man, it was great. I mean, the energy in the stands, my teammates looking for me. It was just great to be able to shoot, the day I did. It was great personally, but it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, we got a loss. Nobody's ever going to talk about a loss. I mean, it sucks, but, we got a quick turnaround here. Got to play at Baylor. It's going to be a tough atmosphere to play at. But all I care about is getting the W, so that's all I'm focused on now.
Markquis, how quickly into the game did you realize getting the ball to Nigel was the way to go?
I mean, he was 4 for 4 to start. So, when he's that hot, you just got to keep feeding him and keep believing that he's going to make. And he was playing at the magical level like Coach was saying. And, he played like that for the whole game. I just wish we would have, buckled down on the defensive end in the second half and got the win.
Nigel, what is the mentality of you guys and of the players right now after that game?
I mean, it's tough for everybody. I mean, I know everybody's going to, be upset about what happened. I mean, I didn't want to get on any guys yet. Everybody's going to be upset right now. But by tomorrow, definitely going to have to talk with the guys. Hey, we got to put that behind us. It sucks. We can't hold our heads on it too long because it's a long season. One game doesn't define us. We still got a lot of big games coming up. We get to play them again. But it definitely sucks for us for today at least. By tomorrow, though, we got to be on a new wavelength and be ready to go for Baylor.
And then, Coach Weber, you could go down to Baylor, defending national champions. How do you make sure that you get your guys ready to play in, as Nigel said, a really tough environment?
I think that comes from them. That's these guys right here. They're the ones that have changed the season and where we were. We had some really difficult, struggles. Things happened that we couldn't control. They made a decision, to change it, and they're the ones that are going to have to do it. It's leadership, it's ownership, it's responsibility, and it comes from all of them. They got to do that. And Markquis has become more verbal. Nigel's starting to. We keep saying, you got a voice, use it. So they're the ones that. We can say stuff. I can send the videos, the little text messages, but it's got to come from them inside. It has up to this point, and we got, again, I think we're a good team. Now it's really heartbreaking. This one, obviously, TCU, Marquette, you got 3 that you let slip that you could have had a chance to get. But a lot of basketball left, a lot of good games. And we got a lot. The one good thing, everyone's in the top 64. And so every time you get a win, you're moving up in the ratings.
Bruce, you've had some players have remarkable performances before. What made Nigel so magical tonight?
Well, you could just see it. He just, a couple of them where it left his hands. You knew it was going in. I thought that last one's going in a little bit longer, maybe than we needed it to be. He just had one of those special days, and that's what's so hard to take, because you're not going to get that every day from him. I mean, he's good. He's averaging 15, 16 points a game, one of the better players in the league. But to have that magical day, and then you let it slip away. But it was fun to watch. It was special. We were just trying to figure out how to get him more shots, and they just kind of said, hey, we're not going to let him second half. We're not going to let him get many more looks. We're going to let some other guys. And we didn't have anybody step up to make enough plays.
Nigel, what's that feeling like when you know it's just going to go in?
It was a great feeling. I mean, starting off, we got a couple easy ones. My teammates found me early, and I just got the rhythm going early, and it felt, great to be able to get some shots. Just everything I kind of threw up, I felt like it was just going in. I mean, I could see it in the air, and I'm like, dang, I made that one too. But it just sucks the way it ended. A magical day, but we didn't get the W, so it doesn't really last. It doesn't really matter, and nobody's going to talk about it. So that's all that matters, is the W at the end of the day.
Looking ahead now to Baylor, what challenges did they bring as far as just
they have great guard play. They come at you. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league, if not, or in the country, if not the best. And you're going to have to, I think our staff, the players have bought in. We've tried to have game plans. Today we had a pretty good game plan. You get 50 in the first half. You get 75 in the game, really. Obviously you needed a couple more. But we got to figure out how we're going to attack them. And, we're playing good basketball. We're playing keep that ball moving. I think that's the biggest thing. That's what they do. They're so good at it. We scored, and they're coming at us 2 or 3 times. We didn't get back. And then all of a sudden they take advantage of it, and they're getting a foul. They're poised. You got to give them credit. And, Christian didn't have his special game, but he just does the little things that make a big difference for them.
And you guys had a good game against Baylor at the end of last year. Is there something you can take from that, or how different a team
we'll
are they
watch.
now?
There's no doubt they're a different team. Obviously, but they're still, most coaches' tendencies are similar. So, we'll definitely. I always like to watch. I haven't watched our Kansas games from last year, because there's always tendencies how people guard and what we could look for, and to help these guys get a little better idea. I thought we made good reads. First half, second half, not quite as good, and they kind of locked in Nigel, and we needed somebody else to really step up.
Bruce, with about 30 seconds to go, you called a timeout when Nigel had the ball. Then Markquis missed a shot. Went super small lineup. What was the strategy there, and what was the hope or expectation going in that play?
Obviously, the big guys, if you look at the stats, they weren't giving us much. So, we just figured just go with the smaller group. We did it against Texas. We got stops down the stretch. I just wanted to make sure we had a chance to get a good shot. And, we had a couple bad, and they were triangle too. I wanted to give them something to do against that. And, Markquis had a couple open looks. Selton had some open looks. Mark had a wide open look. We just didn't make them, but it still comes down. It never gets to that point if we're tougher and we rebound and we defend.
Coach, you look at the foul situation, committed 24 fouls to Kansas's 14. What do you think the reason was that you guys maybe committed so many fouls
They're
today?
aggressive. They go at you. They keep coming at you to points in the paint. They rebounded. We just didn't. We've been pretty good defensively, but I thought a little bit on our heels. Maybe the game went too smooth the first half. We didn't have that fear factor, that toughness that we needed to when it counted.
Bruce, you talked about rebounding a little bit, getting out rebounded by 20. Is that an effort situation? Is that just a little height advantage?
It's some of it's box out, some of it's their offense. They keep you moving. You got to help. Now they're crashing. McCormick, he's been good rebounder, but not like that. 8 offensive rebounds, and sometimes we were there and we still didn't get them. It's just. There was one time I think they got 3 in a row, and it was like, come on, guys. And, somebody's got to find a way to get a rebound. Mark's been so good, and obviously he was special against Texas, but, we needed him to step up and give us a little more rebounds, something to help us be successful.
Markquis, was the team-wide shot selection what you guys would have wanted in the second half?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Was the team-wide shot selection what you guys would have wanted?
We were just trying to make plays, trying to be aggressive. We knew that Nigel had a, big first and second half, so we knew they was going to lock into him a little bit more. Like Coach said, somebody else needed to step up and make plays down the stretch. And we had a couple good looks. We had a couple opportunities to score the ball, and we didn't. And, it doesn't come down to the offensive end. It's really the defensive end. If you could look, they had 18 offensive rebounds, so that's, they're getting more opportunities than us, and it comes down to missed free throws and, just the little things. If we take care of that, we probably would have won the game, but, we just got to look at film, get better, and prepare for Baylor.
Nigel, did you kind of settle to moving the ball in the second half when they ran so many different guys at you?
I wouldn't say all the way. I was still trying to be aggressive for sure, but I knew they were going to lock in. I told my guys to take that, their over-aggressiveness as an advantage. If they're not going to help off me at all, then you can use that as a way to drive, be able to kick. They got an extra lead, they got an extra rotate and things like that. But we definitely had the perfect opportunity. We had the chances at the end. We had a couple open threes, and the games that we won, we made those big shots at the end. This time we weren't able to make them, but hey, we got plenty of other games. I believe in my guys. We'll definitely be better at Baylor.
Markquis and Nigel as well, this was the first time that you've really seen Bramlage be full. Obviously last year they had limited capacity, but I was just wondering if each one of you guys had a comment on the crowd today.
The crowd was beautiful. It was something undescribable. Last time I seen a big crowd like that was my senior year in high school. When we used to play our rivals right down the street. But the crowd was literally nothing like that. Maybe half of that. And it's just the energy that they brought. Every play, the signs, all the time that they spent. We was at shoot-around this morning. They were already outside. Just the fan love we had today was just beautiful. Couldn't ask any more from K-State fans. We really appreciate everything they did for us today. We're sorry we couldn't bring home the W. We wanted it just as much as you guys did, but it really hurts. But long season to go still.
Markquis, have anything else to add?
Fans was great, man. They gave us the energy that we needed first half. We didn't repay them with the W, but we know that it's a long season. The fans bring just as much as energy as we do, and we try to, match that or surpass that, during the game. And the signs was great. The support is great. It's always great. We want y'all to keep coming. We want y'all to keep believing. K-State, the culture, and one day we'll get it done. One day we'll be very good, and we won't let you down. But we let this one down. We're not gonna sulk about it. We're gonna get better. As time go on, we're gonna continue to keep getting better, and lay a brick each and every day.
Coach Weber, you've been here a while now. Do you think that this group of guys, in particular, is the type of group to use this as motivation as you continue down the line?
Well, I hope so. I said it's up to them. They got to make this decision, and we've let a couple games slip. I think we've proven we're good enough. I thought our focus was really good. Obviously, the start of the game, first half, we hold them to 34. But you don't win in this league unless you guard people. And we told them at halftime, we're not going to keep making shots like that, but we got to keep guarding, we got to keep rebounding. And I guess at times we guarded well, but they just got the rebounds. And that was, we guarded their actions. They just got the rebounds. And then we screwed up on some switches on Talk. I thought Talk was going to be really important. They got a couple easy ones that you got to make them earn everything. They ran squeeze out of bounce, and Selton gets a hold on it. Like we knew the plays. I don't know. And Selton gets 2 fouls on 3-pointers or long shots. And the one from what I heard, it was he kind of got rolled down on the screen, fell down, and rolled under his legs. And the other one I'm not sure about, to be honest, when I watched the replay. But you got to be better than that. Against the best, you're going to want to beat one of the best teams in the country. You got to be better, and we just weren't good enough.
Markquis, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but you and Nigel seem to be exuding pretty good confidence right now, even though you lost. Am I reading that right? You guys still feel pretty good about the direction of your team?
Of course, it's a long season. You don't win. You don't win on one game. You don't win the tournament. You don't win life in just one day. You just got to keep building and keep getting better each and every day. And, I know our group of guys is going to use it as motivation, like we should. And, down the road, we're going to just keep getting better, locking in on the little things, and we'll win.
Coach, you talked about it some already, but K-State bigs rebounded 3 to just McCormick's 15. How frustrating is that?
They got to get better. It's just a fact of life. I'm not downgrading them. They're good guys. They just got to be better. If they're not going to score, then they still got to rebound. They can do. I thought Davion's activity on defense is pretty good. It's just got to move his feet quicker. And obviously Carlton has slowly but surely earned more time for us. So it's just we all got to be a little better. There's one possession in there where everybody could have made a little better decision to give us a chance.
And then Mike was also key in those last 2 victories. And he gives
you
you
was
some.
really good, and he just never, I don't know. He just didn't get involved. We didn't get it to him. Only one shot, and it was actually a good shot. It was wide open. I'm not sure exactly why, but we needed. Him and Mark have been so good. That's why we. You got those 2 big wins against top 20 teams because they gave us good play, and hopefully they'll come back and we get a little more balanced lineup and not, it'd be nice. I love Nigel get 35 and shoot 12 or 18 every game, but an 8 from 12 from 3, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. But if we get a little more balance and get something more from them, it would help.
And Nigel, obviously, your best offensive performance of maybe your career, but I also felt like your defense was really top-notch today, 3 steals, and just felt like you weren't allowing guys to get by you. How do you assess your defense today?
It's something we've been keying in and working on in practice. Just trying to be perfect on defense. I knew I had a tough matchup tonight when Coach told me I was at least starting off on the Baji, and I really wanted to take that personally, become a better defensive player. I watch Markquis every day and see how great he is on defense. And I think about the Baylor team last year. It wasn't just one person, but it was all of them that were great on defense. And for us to be special, we all got to be great on defense. Markquis does his part, but I need to step up and do my part as well. And got a couple steals here and there, but still feel like I could be better because what did Abaji finish with? Almost 30 points, so that's really terrible on my part. But got to be better still, though.
And I want to ask this to Markquis, but also Nigel first about Markquis. What did Markquis do so well in that first half that helped you, get open and find your shots, but also, just run the whole offense?
I mean, Markquis, he's great at getting down the hill. I mean, that's obviously. I mean, when he comes off the ball screen, he's really dynamic and shifty. Where guys got to help in. I mean, if they don't, he's crafty around the basket where he's finishing those tough layups. So they started coming in at first and it left me wide open for the threes, and I was able to make some tough ones. I was able to make some open ones, which got me started. And then they stopped doing that, and that's when the lane opened up for Markquis to be able to get in there and do some finishes and some layups around the basket. It's just been nice, we just got to make a couple more shots at the end. We got to be better at the free throw line, and then the victory's ours.
It seemed like, Markquis, you saw the floor well in the second half, but that first half was unreal. So, I mean, how do you, compare those two halves and how you saw the floor and just your overall game?
The second half, I played like crap, but the first half, I had a good rhythm. Nigel started up, the crowd. He started off with his hot streak, so it just gave me the confidence to, get downhill. And when you're in that magical level, you could pretty much do anything. And so I was just getting into the lane, doing what I do with the crafty finishes, and they was going in. Second half, I had a couple wide open looks that I normally make, on a daily basis that didn't go down. I have to be better shooting the ball because I'm a very good shooter, I believe, and that's on me. If I make a couple shots, if I make a couple wide open ones like the three and a mid-range pull-up, maybe the whole game will be different. So I take accountability on that part, and just I wish we would have got better. Second half, I wish we would have figured it out that the reason why they win is the defensive end and getting stops and getting a rebound. But like I said, we're gonna get better and we're gonna learn from this and move on.
Anything else for these guys?
How long did they go trying on
They pulled it out a couple different times just to. I think actually the first half we scored on it maybe 2-3 times in a row, and they just were trying to keep Nigel out of, keeping locked in, and we had tried to have Nigel set some screens, and we got down, we got in the paint, kicked it out, we had open looks, and it just you always wish you have. I always blame myself. I always wish I had something else, that we could have done maybe to get a little different look, but we just we didn't do it. So it's got to come back. Again, I think what we've done the last 3 games, I think we've proven that we're an NCAA team, but we're going to have to find a way out of this hole to get into the tournament. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some grit. It's going to take some toughness, and everybody buying in and doing what they can do well. And so we can move forward.